Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicoleta and I am back with a new message for the collective. But I heard this is personal. It is personal. And then I was wondering, what is this supposed to mean, this is personal? Well, first and foremost, this can very well apply for just a couple of people, maybe just for one person out there. But more profound than that, this can be a scenario where all the energies I'm about to talk about play out within yourself and yourself only at the moment, and in time with time you will see these energies play out in a spouse, a specific person, someone else, something else, a community of sorts. That being said, let's begin. So what are we going to use? We are going to use the Liminal Spirits Oracle deck. Let me show you how the deck looks like. I'm already getting messages, you guys. Someone here doesn't punish themselves any longer. Someone here allows themselves to be happy, to live lighter, to live light, to bring more light into their lives. Someone here allows what is meant to be, to stay, and what is meant to go, to go. There is a release of self-sabotaging beliefs, circle that. So there are some self-sabotaging beliefs that are released, and this is super important here. Because of it, someone's life is changing. Someone's life is changing. There is more appreciation that is coming from this person towards themselves. Indeed. Okay. There is also a trauma release. I wanted to say it's release, a trauma release from a past life, an understanding of whatever happened, it doesn't need to repeat itself. There is a portal closing towards it. If a portal was open in this person's life towards that past life, trauma kept repeating, events kept repeating, patterns, right, of behavior, beliefs around these lines. And now I'm seeing how through forgiveness and understanding and patience, this portal, this circle, I wanted to say, is closing. Okay. Now a community of people, this can be a community of people, friends, family, a group of people nonetheless. They all came together at some point. So you and some people, you came together at some point. Maybe this is happening now. And you recognized each other based on past energies, past experiences. That what brought you together at that moment in time. And maybe, and only maybe, because this is past life stuff, you were triggering each other a whole lot. And maybe you went separate ways, part ways of sorts here happened. And this reminds me of a spiritual teacher nowadays, one of them out there, he said that something that really bothers him in spiritual communities is when people come together but they create a whole lot of drama when they come together. And this is happening because, why is this happening? This is happening because what I feel right now to say, one of the reasons, right, is because usually when you enter with your heart open a spiritual group of sorts, you are almost like a child with a childlike curiosity. You want to, this is not the case for everyone. This was your case, or this is a generality, okay? You enter with a childlike curiosity these groups, expecting for them to be healing. But what you don't see and what you don't understand is a whole lot of trauma is resurfacing just because of that. Because you want a new beginning, the past is coming over so you can face it with this childlike curiosity and to take care of what needs to be taken care of. I have in this deck, actually, I don't know if it's going to come out, I have the Peacock card. Many of you know this card if you have been watching me on this channel for a while. And the peacock, you know how in that card has those feathers here on the back of the head, and how I'm seeing this peacock in your case is those feathers, as the peacock is triggered in a certain dynamic with another individual, the feathers come and block their vision, meaning you couldn't see these people, this group, the family, for what, and this can go in so many ways. Either you couldn't see them for the wholeness of what they are, or you saw only their potential, or you really didn't, you repeated some cycles with them by really not paying attention to some important details in their behavior. Maybe they weren't there in that spiritual group or in this family, or however it applies, with a childlike attitude. And this is what I feel is the case here. Maybe you are the one with the intention to understand, grow, heal, but they were not. And you missed, I hear missed opportunity. I don't think it was a missed opportunity I think it's a missed opportunity for everyone involved, because probably the potential of the situation would have been amazing and great. Indeed. But now what is happening is these people, a community, energetically is trying to reach out to you. Energetically it's trying to reach out to you. Almost like someone is praying, I would say, God, bring me help. God, bring me help. God, help me. God, bring me my soul family. Or God, bring me a friend. Bring me a family. And in this way, they pull onto your energy. Because somehow you are families, you are friends. There is a profound, a soul connection. Interesting, but yeah, it really feels like whoever they are in darkness. I'm not sure what type of darkness, what is actually happening over there. I just feel like almost like someone is with a heavy heart, Maybe they are going through something difficult at the moment. Maybe they just have a profound desire to have you close. Let's pull some cards, huh? Bone. This is the connecting energy between you and this person or this group of people, or remember, this can be anything really. Maybe this is a part of you asking you to integrate it, bring me back home, in order to be reunited with a community. You know, this reminds me of a series of dreams I spoke about in one of my previous videos. I had this dream reoccurring in my life, and recently I had it again. People, random people, some of which I know, some of which are family, some I just know, some are they just pass through my life for a short period of time. They have been in my life for a short period of time, and the dream is with all these individuals in caskets. They are in caskets. Is their funeral. People are there surrounding them, waiting for them to die. They are in the casket. They are not dead. They are really struggling to die, and people are all around them. But as they look around, they don't see anyone. But people are all around them, waiting for them to die. Now, we're not talking here about a physical death. It's a psychological death, first and foremost, and these are painful, man. Basically, what I'm being shown here by saying this, a part of us was dead, literally dead, and we were attracting all these people in our lives that were trying to connect with the dead side in us. But if that side is dead, bone, if that side is dead, how can I be alive around you? How can I be alive around you? You are trying to connect with the dead me. We both have no idea what's happening, because you see me pretty much alive, right? And then big chances are that our connection will die if we don't know what's happening, if we don't know what's happening, if we don't take the necessary steps to heal that which will allow the connection to heal and exist really. And when I said here we have to work on this in order to keep the connection alive. But really, I feel like it's not even keep the connection alive, it's bringing life in a community of sorts here, bringing back to life something that is dead, and this might be, you guys, can I even put words to what I feel? Bringing life to the connection between people. I don't know how else to put it, but it's profound. And when I say this, I'm seeing really a portal being created between these people that are in caskets and the people that are around them. It's almost like we live in separate worlds. And death is what's between us. A death, again, a psychological death. A psychological death. And Jesus here, Christ, is helping here someone. This can be you, or this can be both. You, someone else, you and the group of people is helping. Okay, come on. We can do this together. We can do this together. We can do this together. So it is not only me doing it. It is not only you doing it. Right? Maybe we are doing it in different capacities. Maybe I have the same problem in a dynamic with something or someone else. Maybe I have to die psychologically in order to be better at my job. But in relationship with you, you have to do it. Then we have oak in reverse. As I don't know why I hear holy matrimony. As an energy approaching your connection. So this might be a connection here we are about to enter. It's holy matrimony. It's the oak is an energy approaching your connection. Nonetheless, we will see where we get with that. Forest. This can be you, or this is someone else. You or someone else becomes, or will become the forest, healing, open, tall, as a result of a psychological death. Whoa, okay. Now, shuffle. I also feel the energy of the star. Rue. This is another energy that's coming towards your dynamic here. It's first is the oak. This is another one that follows the oak. Okay, bear with me. Yes, I'm really picking up here again, guys, on, for example, you and someone, you and a friend, just the simple basic example. You and this person started to be, maybe friends is a little bit too much said. You started to see each other, to have coffees together, just to share life events. Maybe you were co-workers and just got a little bit more closer. But the connection didn't solidify because parts in your psyche, in your brain, in someone was bigger than in the other. Nonetheless, it was up there. Okay. Didn't allow it to happen. we can call that powerful forces at play that would keep you apart. And then I assume something here died with bones, and not in a psychological death in someone, died in the connection died, or the connection stopped. It's almost like you would feel like I want to be there, but not really. It is just I have to give too much. It feels like too hard. It feels like I'm talking to a stone. It feels like I'm talking to a stone. And here is where the oak comes in. The oak comes in after this was understood by someone, what I just mentioned. And a psychological death happened, maybe in the both parties here, or how many parties are involved. And now, yeah, the oak comes almost like, and it turns upright. Remember, it was in reverse, now it's upright. And remember when I felt the energy of the star, I also have here this pen that is called Star Glow. I don't know if I can. Yeah. The tree is upright now, and the oak tree says, I think both of you now can build a new foundation in this connection. Because you see, to the psychological death, life has been created in the dead sides in your psyche, in your brains, which allows this stone within you to crack. The rigidity is cracking. That's why it was too hard. Powerful forces at play. It was too hard for me to stay with you in this connection, however the connection, whatever the connection was, romantic, friends, family. That doesn't mean that the other party didn't have their hardness, so to speak. Maybe not in the same capacity, but for sure it applied, if not as a mirror in the connection, in other area of their lives, for example, in their finances, is what I'm picking up here. But hey, the good news is the oak is here, and someone and someone and someone and someone, a community, a family, a spouse, a lover, a friend, there is life now. Almost like someone here said yes to Christ, said yes to Jesus, and received life where there was death, bones. There is also here a little bit the element of sacrifice. Something was sacrificed, maybe time, maybe resources of some sort. Oh, here is where comes Ru in. Something or someone, I assume, someone didn't know that the power that they hold someone here didn't know how profoundly transformative it is, the energy that they carry towards these people they encounter, but also towards the entire planet, really. Metal. I feel metal is who this person is. This can be you, or this can be someone else. Okay. You see, metal is someone that took the black pill when they came on planet Earth. And if you are someone that watches me for a while and you have been part of my purification journeys and masterclasses, you already know I spoke about this black pill for a couple of times. It is how can I explain this experience of the black pill, God? I love God, how he explains all this so beautifully. So God says, taking the black pill is a very erratic and chaotic experience, that it can be a long journey or it can be a short journey, at the end of which you become a very, very wise individual. Now, what I would like to add to this is, this individual, after took the black pill, they really peeled all the layers off, or many layers off, almost like they peeled years, millions of years off themselves. And now, or recently, they got in touch with a very raw side of themselves. The center, the core of who they are, or they just found out something about themselves. A very wise individual there nonetheless. Talking about raw, look at that here. Okay, we can take it. And we're going to definitely pair it up with metal. Hair and metal. The energy here of the masters, of Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji, Yeshua, who else? Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, the royal family is what I'm being told, royal family. And then we also have snail. And the snail goes underneath the bone, which is the connecting energy. That's it from this deck right now. Okay. Let's continue. If you are the forest, or you can be this other side, whatever resonates with you. Seems like you recently took the blue pill, and now you are preparing yourself to take the golden pill. Meaning, the blue pill refers in this case to valid criticism. So you have been receiving some criticism maybe from your friend metal hair, maybe from God is what I'm being told, maybe from a dream, wherever it came from. You received it, it melted into you. You had no other choice but to believe the truth, because it was the truth. And that brought you closer to who you are, opened you up to who you are. As I'm seeing now this snail as a connecting energy, I'm seeing the shell of the snail being removed with another shell, and the shell now I'm seeing it as in rainbow colors. There is an expansion of sorts happening. This is a connective energy again between you and another, you and the community. You, maybe you are here prepared or ready to expand your family. And you also feel raw, like your friend metal. I would almost put the hair a little bit as the connecting energy, but no, not so much. Whoever metal is, they feel very raw. A rabbit without skin, man. A rabbit without skin. Someone here probably one second. A rabbit without skin is someone that might be a reflector to people. They expose themselves easily to people with the intention of mirroring back the innermost self to them. And that has great value in the world. That has great value in the world. Okay. If this is a part of yourself, the forest and the rabbit, they go hand in hand here. So a union between two parts of yourselves, it is very easy for this union to happen here within yourself right now. If you could just recognize it. Okay, let's move further. Forest. More to say about forest. Forest, you might be someone that not until too long ago you almost like, and this is not an insult, but you dumbed down. Is that an expression in English? You dumbed down. You almost like, I know all that I know and I feel all that I feel, but I'm going to pretend I'm that which I'm not. And why you did that? I'm sure there are millions of reasons, right? Why we all do it sometimes. And okay. And probably, let's say it was because of protection. Somehow you protected yourself. As an example, because you've done that, let's say you were the forest this whole time, you didn't show the forest to this group of people or the world, you kept the forest for yourself. Maybe you didn't even know you are the forest. I don't think you did. But whoever you are here in a dynamic with, they were looking at you, what are you doing? And that's why the connection died. Are you going to own up to who you are? Are you going to come into your power? Are you going to reveal the forest? I'm a rabbit. Right? I am here all vulnerable. I don't have any skin. And you are acting quite shady. Or better said, you are protecting yourself against something you should be vulnerable in front of. And then Christ came and ripped the band-aid, and the forest expanded. The forest came to life. But there is still work to be done there, because I'm seeing this patch of darkness on your brain, so to speak, right, which represented that dead side of you that you couldn't relate through. There wasn't, the connection wasn't there, right? The point of connection, a very important point of connection, was dead. Let's put it like that. And so, and now there is life, there is like a tornado of light in it, which is the forest coming to life. Okay, the good news is, where life was given, it cannot be taken away now. It's only going up from this. So this connection, it's only going up from this point. Whatever type of connection is this. So now we have and here, work, achievement, success, yeah. And work, achievement, success. There was a bridge between the worlds, if you want. You were in a world until not too long ago. This happened, all of this happened, and now you are moving into another world as the forest. But what you don't see coming here is that the rabbit is about to reveal themselves to you also, or to the world, to reveal themselves to the world with the metal here. The rabbit is about to reveal themselves to the world with the metal. And when I connected with the card metal, there is almost like the end of rage. The end of rage. Remember when I said at the beginning, if you were the one that had this blockage, this dead patch, right, in your psyche, and you died, you are the forest here, you are back to life, welcome, right? The rabbit, the metal on the other side, they themselves had to work with some dark patches here. One, maybe not in the same capacity as you did, but nonetheless. And so they now also have, a rebirth has happened, and they're about to reveal themselves to the world. Should we get more cards? Let's take some animal spirits. The wild unknown animal spirit. you guys. How are you doing with these eclipses? How do you feel? It was intense, it was crazy, huh? And we are not done with them just yet. It was super intense, guys. Oh my god, what I've been through. I thought I wanted to crawl out of my skin at some point. What was your experience with these eclipses? My Kundalini got activated once again. I believe I've been in this journey for 5 years now. Kundalini, 5 years. And now my feminine side is being worked up, right? And man, one of these days I saw this huge tsunami. One of these nights, because it was night all day. This huge tsunami coming over me. And then after I had that vision, I could barely be in my body. I wanted to come out of it. And then I cried so much uncontrollably. It was super intense, you guys. Super, super intense. And of course, I also saw the cobra, the golden cobra, being somehow aggressive in a very shamanic, primordial way, really. Anyhow, interesting life, you guys. Interesting life, huh? We have earthworm in reverse and upright. And this goes around the oak and rue. Almost this is how I see it. I see it how our earthworm just surrounding these two energies, which again are just energies coming into your experience here. Tying the knot. If this is you and your future spouse, I'm literally seeing here yes, I'm literally seeing here two lives becoming one, marriage, tying the knot. Being one until the end of your life. This is the connection that's going to be one until the end of your life. Two becoming one. And so with the knot, also what I'm seeing here, all these deaths, rebirths, they had to happen because in your energies, both of yours energies, there were some knots, also known as kriyas. Let me, this is what I hear, kriyas. To move and awaken potent energy to create a physical, psychological, and spiritual shift in our being. Here you go. Well, how I understand it, I don't know if this is what the yogis are saying here, but right now, how am I understanding it, and I know it's right in this message, is that you both had knots, blockages, right, in your fields that was pursued by the death spirit, transformation spirit is what I'm saying, in order to be released and the energy to flow. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm seeing the rabbit here, almost looking, being shy in the presence of the forest. These are two big energies. If this is you and the spouse, you are two huge energies, forest and metal. It feels so much power coming from these two, so much power. And what I'm being told right now is through the releasing of these energy blockages, right, to coming back to life. Life was given. There is a powerful connection, hence the oak tree being grounded in the connection. There is a powerful connection now created between the root chakra, roots, tree, right? This can be the beginning of a family coming together as a family, creating a family, and the heart chakra, forest. Someone here, and I become a little bit emotional, they were so protective of their heart, but probably in a very subconscious way, because they are very sensible, hence the hair. And I'm not saying this is the metal, which very well can be the case, but I mostly feel it for the forest, because look at all that green. A massive opening of the heart here is in the process of happening, or already maybe it was initiated and now it's right, revealed, released. They were so protective of it just because of how much they feel, almost like I'm afraid to reveal myself. Maybe that's why I'm dumping myself down. I'm just overprotective. I don't want to be myself, because if I am to reveal, probably first and foremost, a whole wave of anger and rage will come out, right? But after that, I am me again. And do I know me? Do I know who I am actually? So you see how many layers and so how much we have to understand in this process of releasing the kriyas. And how much patience we have to have with ourselves, but it's beautiful. There is this very mystical vibe on the table right now, between the forest and the metal. And yeah, again, the idea of, from my previous reading, from my previous message, metal told forest, as Jesus called Lazarus out of the tomb, right? Come out of the shell, come out from the tomb that's in your heart. You died in your heart. Come back to life. And life was given, you guys. I feel a miracle happened here. Achievement, success, a miracle took place. Come out, and the forest opened. Now this one gives me miracle worker vibes. Someone that can create miracles themselves. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's pull a couple of more tea leaves, and we are going to end the message here. Wedge. No, it's not this one. It can be that one, but I'm being guided to take another one. Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Look at that. This definitely can be between two people, but as a result of it, I'm also feeling community, family, friends. Yeah. from the middle of the deck. Dagger, fear, worries, and tense situations in reverse. And this is also an energy now that I'm feeling it around what? Okay, I'm quite a little bit confused here. What is this doing here? Oh, okay, yeah. Whatever fear you have around or worries around a certain community, certain friends, certain family, this card now is in reverse, signifying the situation is changing. The dead is now living. Something is back to life, which will allow new opportunities. New doors are opening here. Where before the doors were closed, now the doors are opening. And I will leave you with that. If you are someone interested in any private readings, private healing sessions, shamanic healing journeys, future purification journeys, which are held over Zoom, or future masterclasses, please send me an email. Find my email address in the description box below. That being said, thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in my next one.